Hello, and welcome back to Foos Entertainment. This time for my review of the new 4K scan of Friday the 13th Part 2 from 1981. Again, I will say to all of them, I have already reviewed this movie. It is a movie review. So I will not be talking about the movie. I will be talking about the quality of this new version of the movie and what it was like to watch the Friday the 13th films theatrically for the first time. Because when I reviewed these films in 2018, I did not have a projector, therefore did not have the ability to get a theatrical presentation of these films. And also they had the same sound system, obviously. So, this is the original poster artwork for Friday the 13th Part 2. This is my preferred artwork, but I will show you the very crappy. This was called a teaser one sheet back in the 80s. It is lifeless. It is stupid, but it's what they did for one sheets. Just put a fucking title up there with a tap line, but no image, no paintings, nothing. So yes, this is the best artwork for Friday the 13th Part 2, and I am very happy to put the original artwork on these particular individual sets within the box set, which I definitely like. Stamp cases in the box set have no stamp cases. That's the way these box sets should be made. No more cardboard sleeves, crap like that. All right. Well, a little history with me personally. When I was a little kid, my two older sisters would watch Friday the 13th films on every Friday the 13th. They were showed on television, and I remember watching the very last gag scene of this movie, to where Jason is unmasked and he shocks the hell out of you by jumping through the window. I think I mentioned this story when I reviewed the movie the first time. And that was my first introduction to Jason getting scared shitless. He scared the fuck out of me as a child. Now I watch these movies and it doesn't scare me anymore, obviously. Well, what did they do with this movie? Like the first film, this has a brand new 4K scan in color correction. And it was remastered and restored from its original filmed elements in camera negative. For the first time in years and years and years, I went back to the original camera negative and restored these movies. That's what's called by Screen Factory. They do that. For the first time, it has a 5.1 and 2.0 DTS HD master audio presentation. The 5.1 is a surround mix. The 2.0 is the original mono mix enhanced for modern technology to give you a much more kick for your audio when it comes to the mono original 8 tracks of the films that the film actually had in 1981. Something I didn't mention in the last movie that I will mention in this one. This is the first time since the original Paramount DVDs for the Friday the 13th films that we have actually been able to see these movies, at least, the ones that are in this aspect ratio of 1.5.1. When Warner Brothers acquired the rights for the Tin Can box set in 2013, I believe, they went ahead and modified the picture modified the widescreen aspect ratio from 1.85 to 1.78. And sorry to tell you this, but there's a difference between 1.78 widescreen and 1.85 widescreen. 1.85 widescreen will actually have a border on the top and bottom of the screen. It won't have bars, just have little borders on the top and bottom of the screen. On some cases, borders all around. But very, very, very faint, very, very invisible to the basic eye. But that's the way a 1.85 frame is supposed to be. The Screen Factory releases are the first time that we've seen that since the very early DVD releases of like 1998, 1999. So it's very, very nice to see these films in 1.85 instead of them being in 1.78. It's nice. Very nice indeed. Alright, why do I think that the 4K scan's better on this than it is in the first film? I think this has much more of a consistent, vivid, brighter, but cleaner look to it. So it looks about the same as the first film, but it's just a little bit more detailed, and it has a consistency of them trying their hardest to get the grain off the screen. So whatever print they went to, it was a lot cleaner than the first fucking movie, obviously. But it is restored from original camera negative, so whatever print they found, it's just didn't have as much debris, didn't have as much film elements on it as the first film, and therefore it makes out for a much cleaner looking movie than the first film. But other than that, it looks about the same. Something funny about this particular release is you actually get the slash scenes. Now, they never restored the slash scenes. They deleted extended graphic violent scenes that would have given these films X ratings. Are not restored back into the movie, except for the exception of the first film. In the 9th film, Jason Goes to Hell on Friday. But we do get a chance to be able to see the extended graphic violence in what's known as slashed scenes, is this bonus material on this disc, which is nice. When was it like to watch this film theatrically? A very, very liberating experience. The one film that scared the fuck out of me the most when I was a little child, I watched it theatrically, and it doesn't scare the fuck out of me, but man, is it a good time at the movies. I definitely enjoyed, in a lot of ways, I enjoyed watching this particular movie on the big screen. It was definitely a good watch. It had the thrills and all that stuff. And I also might have to add the 5.1 DTS HDMA remixes for the original Paramount Blu-rays. They're now owned by Screen Factory for distribution, at least for a while. Are so good. It is really awesome. They have a lot of effects, a lot of sound, object-based sound. Even, I might add, the object-based sound is not like, say, Dolby Atmos or DTS-X, although it is modified to a DTS-X neutral mode. It doesn't have as much object-based in terms of surround effects, but what's cool is I always like how the score travels onto the overhead speakers. So yeah, there is use of overhead speakers in this movie, as well as the previous film. In the next one, for I heard of Part 4, although I am watching it with mute right now, it has pretty good sound as well. But we've done this so I can still get kind of an idea about what the overall sound is. But yeah, just a very, very good, vivid theatrical experience on this one. I can't stress enough how much I think this box set is worth it. I'm not all the way throughout this box set. I watched every movie in it. But from what I've seen so far, I am very, very impressed with this box set. And that's why I wanted to do this as a special event for HolderFest 2020. I just wanted to really talk about this cool, new Friday the 13th box set, because I thought this was cool. Very, very cool. And, well, that's pretty much my thoughts on the theatrical presentation that I experienced of Friday the 13th Part 2, and what I think of the new 4K scan for the original negatives and the new 5.1 DTS HDMA and 2.0 DTS HDMA audio presentations. And I'll see you guys next time.